Hey, you. Yeah, you. I can see you. Fear my mighty roar. Arrgh! Why haven't you become a member of the M37 community yet? Click that subscribe button now, or I will come through that screen and grab you with my mighty claws. Arrgh! Be afraid. Be very afraid. Or simply just click the subscribe button now. Arrgh! Hey, M37 here. Man, hold on, give me just a. Whew. There is something in the air that has. I thought that it's done a pass, but man, it just hit me strong again. Ugh. But there is something in the air causing my allergy to act up really bad. Maybe it's that sumac. I think every time this time of the year, it just keeps getting worse and worse. This year, it's causing me all kinds of problems with my eyes and my nose. I'm sorry. I hope I sound disgusting. But I really wanted to stream today. I wanted to be here for Q&As. Hopefully we get some people in the room. People in the community to sit around and talk with me a little bit. Tell me what your thoughts are about the game, its current situation, and what you think about VOD coming up. VOD 13, which should be here just a couple weeks or so from now. I think it's coming on February 27th. I'm looking forward to something new, different to get into there. Then again, people. Then again, I started to say I've got a lot of catching up still to do, man. I've been playing for a year now with Armswith here. He's my main toon, my great weapon fighter, and I still haven't got him caught up with the big guys. I mean, he's only like 13.5K. But he does, I'm happy with him right now as he is. I can't complain. He's doing pretty good. Thought about changing his build a few times, but after I've got these new companions, the correct companions that he should have, his DPS has really shot up. I went with a crit build of my own. Might as well say it's of my own, because everybody else uses power builds. Well, I have noticed that I do get out DPS'd sometimes with some other people, with other GWFs, but I stay pretty close to them sometimes. But he comes out on top a lot. But it's just got a lot to do with your play style too, and of course with this game, it's a matter of getting there and being able to hit first. That's a big issue. Yes, on these, really got to get like the first up there on the order to get top on the DPSs. It's a high-end build. Be able to be ahead of everyone else. It's just a matter of getting more pie than the rest. I'd call my, bobs and all that pieces of a pie. It's just a matter of who gets more pie. Whoever gets the most pie when you're up that high level, that's the person that's going to be the higher DPS, basically, if their builds are correct. I've been playing around with Hilden's. I've done several different. I think I got 3, or maybe 2. I'm not sure. But I've been experimenting with 2. Well, actually, it is 3 different. I've been experimenting with. I didn't like the builds that I've seen, so I finally took the best in my mind so far. I've got a setup of the best of the builds that I've seen. That I've got my own little theory crafting on. And the only problem with the build that I've got in mind is you're going to have several campaigns done
in order to get the boons to go with the feats and the powers that are going to be needed for this build. It's going to be very time consuming to get the build. But I'm working on a build that is comparable with it's comparable as possible with a devoted cleric. Now the devoted cleric does a lot of buffs and debuffs, but he'll do quite a bit of buffs and debuffs. I mean, even with the clerics that are using anointed army, thinking that my answer to that is devoted faith, the shield of faith. Because I'm going to tell you something now. Shield of faith is different from oath of protection on oath of devotion. It's very similar to the cleric's anointed army. It's awesome. 30% healing, 30% increase in healing, 30% decreases in damage, and there's quite a few auras that give quite a few different debuffs. Also capable, but it's yet to be seen because I haven't done it yet. But also, it's going to be able to should be able to do pretty daggone good with the right gear. It should be able to do pretty good DPS too, like a cleric. So yeah, I've been working on it pretty hard for a little while now in mind, and I've pretty much set on the direction I'm going on. But anyway, this video is not about skeletons. It's about questions and answers. So how many people we got in here so far? All right, still nobody in the room or community with us yet. Still trying to get my subscriber base up. I think we are at 25 now. I believe my little thing in game shows that subscription go only showing 24. I need to update that. Somebody subscribed while I was offline, I believe, to increase this 25. But we're about to hit the 30 mark. 5 more to go. Alright, that's great. Sorry guys, we're sounding so yucky. It's allergy. I got allergies, man. Speaking of oath paladins, first one I'm going to begin with today on my alts, Billy Graham. Isn't that a great name? That was my Aunt Alfie's favorite tune. My Aunt Alfie, she's been gone now for many, many years, but this was one of her favorite preachers, Billy Graham. Billy Graham is a Hillidan, of course, with that name. And I don't like his, so far I don't like his build that I'm using. Oh crap, I hit the wrong. Yeah, well, a second to get back to where I need to be. Sorry about that. Okay, I was going to show you what I've done so far with his build. I'll show you what I've done with his Rose. I only went with 18 in Constitution. He's squishy. Yeah, don't like it. So that's another thing working on. Happy medium there. But with the feats that I'm using, I get extra healing points. Outgoing healing with wisdoms and charisma. So now that's where I put my concentration on, especially wisdom over the charisma. Go ahead, accept. There. Let's do the feats. Okay, I put 5 out of 5 here to kind of help survivability. It's a swift flash, gives me a little bit of an increase in speed, 30% for 4 seconds when I'm being attacked. Well, a chance at that speed. I went 5 out of 5 in Divine Call to increase my action points because I use Healing Font a lot, and I try to keep that up before it goes back down. And I'm so far with this build at this level, been able to do that, so that's good. But Healing Font, I have discovered, is better. Well, if everybody's staying in a certain area, it's good for that area. But it constantly heals out, chains up to 5 people for 40 seconds. And it has quite a long area of being able to work at 60 feet, so that's not bad. Shield of Faith, I don't even know if that thing has a limit on how far it goes out. I think it's 300 feet, which is quite significant. It's good for on the run, and it has a 30% decrease in damage and 30% increase in heal. Somebody just messaged me. You see who we got? I'm on the E channel. Get on Discord. Discord messes with my streaming. I don't have very much outgoing upload. I think it's only like, yeah, it's only 1 megabyte. I'm lucky to be able to stream with what I do have. But anyway, back to my feats. Weapon Mastery. That would have gave me more of a crit, like 3% more. That's not real significant. 3% is not much, but look, you know, it's more chance. Yes, heals do crit, and that's a good feat. But I went with survivability, man. 9% on my hit points. So I went with that one. But this one, yeah, it's a good choice. It's up to you which one of those two you take if you like this build. Like I said, I'm not very happy with this build so far. I went with Exemplar's Haste. Encounter powers recharge faster. And I went with Rifle Strikes. My at-will powers deal 6% more damage. Yeah, I went for Divine Attunement, 6% more healing from spells. And Divine Wisdom gives me 1%. Each point of wisdom that I have, it gives me 1%.
I've got a high dexterity.
Each point of wisdom now increases healing by an additional 1%. So that means, what did we have? We had, I think it was 25 now. Yeah, 25 wisdom, so that gives me 25% more. Pretty good. Alright, let's go back to feats. That's all I took, and probably will take in the Justice on this build, okay? My thoughts on my main build will look more like a L shape. It'll be going this way and down that way. I like this speed over here on what I'm theory crafting right now, but Beacon of Hope gives you 250% more of your weapon damage every 2 seconds as heals. And it does three allies. That's going to trigger quite a bit with the build that I'm theory crafting. I mean, it's going to be like a bag-off machine gun. It's going to be going tack, 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 tack. It'll be flashing up on the screen constantly with this build. Now, Prism. The only thing I like this feat, this Prism, which every time I use a daily power, it'll give me 20 seconds of being a prison, which means anytime that I heal myself, all allies within 30 feet are also healed for this amount. But what I've got in question in mind is heal over time effects are not affected by that. So I'm not sure how often that will be talking. Anyway, so Echoes of Light will be proccing on this build. Okay, I'm not going to be talking about the build that I'm theory crafting in mind. I'm talking about this build, which is basically a light Paragon build. Going in the light Paragon. Okay, let's get back. Gifts of Light. I heal for 10% more. Sephram. And when I'm taking damage, it increases my the strength of my heals by 15%. And over here, Share the Light, 50% more healing from me for 4 seconds. I mean, healing is all about, this build is all about just pure healing. It's not really buff or debuff, it's just a pure heal build. That's all this build. So like I said, I've been experimenting, and I am going to use some of these in my main build when I do decide to do it. Of course, I gotta get those boons open first. And I'm going to be using some of the Justice builds for some buffs and debuffs with and encounters. Echo and Heal, I need to add another one in that. Okay. Healing an ally places an echoing heal on them. After 2 seconds, it heals them for 200% of my weapon damage, and then it jumps to nearby damaged ally. And if there's no damaged allies nearby, it doesn't jump. It can only jump to a maximum of 3 times. You gain a charge of this feat every 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds I'll be putting out the echo head. I will be going with, no, not Restore Haste, or a Gifts, because that's going to give 25% of my power to whoever is within 30 feet of me for 6 seconds. Now, I don't know if they, after 6 seconds, they'll get that buff. Not sure if they have to continue to stay within, I've not tested it yet, but I'm not sure if they have to stay within the 30 feet area or if they can go out away from me and still have that buff. I'm pretty sure they will be able to. It's just a matter of getting that first seconds in to get that buff. Getting close to. I'll probably put 2 in the Death Intervention on this build.
Books can only teach you so much.
That will give, if I go down, all nearby allies are fully healed and are granted maximum damage resistance for 4 seconds. So it can be triggered once every 270 seconds. So I can't die very much, but if I do die, everybody will get healed and they'll have a damage resistance for 4 seconds. But that could come in handy. And I'll probably put 3, my last 3 in Holy Bonds on this build, which will give 16. My recovery will be increased by 16% for each ally within 30 feet, up to 5 allies. So that's not bad. And my last one will probably go into Redemption. Every 10 seconds that I'm in combat, I'll gain Redemption. Activating my Divine Call will consume Redemption and cause pulse out a heal every second for 10 seconds. This heal restores 500% of your weapon damage divided among the group. I can have 3 stacks of the reaction. And it goes out for 100 feet. So that's not bad. But like I say, this is a pure hill build. And you do have some auras or buffs and debuffs. But my other tune, I'll go over it when I decide to make it. Not made it. On the powers, cancel the commit change. I'll start working on the Aura of Gifts next. Okay, powers. I'm using Burning Light, and I'm using I'm not using Radiant Strike with this build, but as my secondary, right now with this build I'm using Cure All Wounds as my at will, but on my next build that I'm theory crafting, I'm going to be using Radiant Strike just to get the Radiant buff, and then I'm going to be using my Oath Strike, which also does damage hitting, and I won't be using Cure Wounds that build. But on this build, I'm using Burning Light. Burning Light, a lot of people don't know this, but they'll just push the button on it and let it explode. But what you got to do with Burning Light is you push that encounter button, whatever you got it set to, and you hold it until it charges all the way up. And when it gets a high charge, it does more damage and more healing. It even says right in the tooltip, you emit a binding light for up to 4 seconds based on how long the power is charged. Charge it, that means you gotta that button down until it charges up. It's actually got a little meter that fills up as it's charging. Okay, and it disorients the foes that are caught in the light, and it also heals and damages. Orb of Courage is good. Allies within 30 feet of you deal 1% of your maximum hit points as bonus as radiant damage. So that's a pretty good buff on that aura. Divine Judgment is nice to have. You're out soloing and stuff, especially with this build as a daily. And Smite is not too bad to have as a solo when you're solo. It burns, especially on mobs, because it damages the other mobs by putting a burning fire on them. Okay, the other mobs over that are 15 feet of the target that you get with. I don't use lay on hands, but there's other things that are more useful than lay on hands. Lay on hands would be a good one if I had a third daily. But lay on hands instantly heals your target. It's a single heal, though. Aura of Truth. Foes, well, it's a debuff. Foes do 5% less damage with that one. My Aura of Vengeance is when you or allies within 30 feet of you take damage, they deal 15% of your weapon damage to their attacks as radiant. Good buff. This one I use, which is Oath Strike. The final strike of the power increases my outgoing healing by 10%, 15 seconds. Aura of Wisdom, You and allies within 30 feet of you gain 10% increased recharge speed. That's a nice buff to have. Of course, you always want to have your Bond of Virtue on. This right down here is my Bond of Virtue. It's not flashing, so it's not on. Always want to make sure it's on. All you do is just push your Q button one time and leave that sucker alone. Once it's on, it will stay on unless you get stunned. Sometimes when you get stunned, it'll go off, and that's bad, especially if there's a lot of damage going on. And also, yeah, well, if you get controlled, sometimes it'll go off. You gotta remember, if those things happen to you, look down and make sure that your Bond of Virtue is still going. You're not putting out any solid heals to the entire group. That Bond of Virtue has a big ring around you. Some people, even though that ring is so huge, they don't stay within that ring. They're not going to be part of the group that's getting the heals. And for some reason, some people just don't realize that, I don't guess. And they just don't stay within that area. Or they just ain't able to because of the situation. Or of Restoration. Of course, this is a heal build, a pure heal build, and that's what I'm using on it. You and my allies within 30 feet of me gain 10% increased incoming healing. Cure Wounds I am using on this build. You heal an ally you can see. So if I can see you, I can heal you. I don't see any allies or have any targeted, I'm healed instead. Okay, Shield of Faith. With this build, my AP should fill up quite a bit. It should stay filled up. I should be able to spam this quite often. That's the one that does 30% increased healing and 30% damage resistant to everyone. On this build, I am using Aura Divinity. Up to 3 wounded allies within 30 feet of me are healed every 3 seconds. So that's good. And considering this is a pure heal build, that's the one I'm using. And of course, I'm using the Valve Amity. Allies who strike you Valve target are healed, and it increases the damage dealt to the target by 20%. Okay. And I'm using Healing Vault with this build. That's great on boss fights, or if there's an area where everybody's pretty much staying close to the area. It goes out to 60 feet, which is quite a bit of distance. Orb of Life is nice to have. That is if you're not in, say, something where somebody's using Scrolls of Life. Because if you die twice, you're going, right? The Orb of Life, if I walk by you, I come close to you and you're 30 feet and you're in a near-death situation, time limit is not ran out after you died, I automatically, without even interacting with you, you are automatically revived. That's nice to have. And in some situations, if you have somebody that you're having a rough time keeping up, I want to use that. That's up to you. I will not be using any of these with this build. So to recap, I'm using Aura of Divinity, using Aura of Restoration as mains heals, and I'm using Oath Strike as at will, and Cure All Wounds. Where was Cure All Wounds? Cure All Wounds as at will. and Burning Light, on the Virtue, and my Violent as encounters. Of course, I didn't mention that, but you got Divine Call Devotion. You consume, you get build up. You build up, as you can see on the left of your screen, 3 of those. Allies in a 30-feet area are subsequent casts of this in 10 seconds heal for 50% more. This build. Okay, let's go ahead and get started on
Dungeon
it.
chests hold the most
Why aren't we fighting yet?
I need to let Back Attack know that I am streaming. He messaged me a little while ago. I forgot to reply to him. Okay. I'll try. Discord. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn on Discord. There's nobody. Well, actually, there is somebody in the room right now. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. Whoever you are, if you got any questions, suggestions, or comments, just type them in there. I'll look over and see if you said anything, respond to you. Alright, let's bring out our Discord, see if it messes me up. Okay. Hey, what's happening, man?
Not much. I'm getting ready to jump on the other machine, play some with Evan.
I heard that. Sorry it took me a little while to get to you. I'm streaming. Just got bored. Thought I'd hop on here and see if anybody popped in and had any questions or anything. So far, I got somebody viewing. That's probably you, ain't it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You have my sword.
Yeah.
Show me who to kill.
Well, so far it's not messing up my stream. It don't look like. Not making me lag or nothing, so that's good.
Yeah. Are you getting down for cold?
I think it's. I hope it's not a code. I believe it's allergies. Every time about this time of the year it starts. And buddy, I tell you, it's really messing my eyes up today.
Oh God. I hear that.
My eyes, my nose. This time of the year, I believe it's that daggone those shoemake trees out there. Nothing I can do about them. They're just so big, I can't cut them down. Up on the hill above the house.
Oh. I'm gonna try to get better at this PUBG.
You gonna play
Me and
some?
Adam, yeah, me and Adam been jumping into some high combat areas.
The only way to get better, my dad says, and everyone else that I play with says.
Aha.
Because if you are in a fight, then you're most likely going to die if you haven't been dropping there.
I'm gonna switch over to other computer and get on Discord, okay?
Like 99% of the time I die.
Yeah, me. See what companion I got out here. Oh, I got. Sorry about that, guys. I got one behind me. Alright, he's already called out. Oh, he needs trained bad. I'll remember to train him after this. Guess I got a feat here. Or start working on Number of Gifts.
What, you have PUBG?
No, Evan. I'm playing NeverWinter. I'm streaming right now, so that's the reason I'm explaining what I'm doing.
And me. Yeah, let's see here.
Trying to find out where to put this daggone PowerPoint at. I think I got everything opened. Using it. Yeah.
Huh. PUBG's got another update, Evan.
Yep. They are trying to make it as best as possible. I don't know why.
They're probably trying to get rid of all those cheaters.
Bugs.
Trying to get rid of cheaters.
Believe it or not, they actually banned more than 10,000 people a few days ago.
Really? Well, yeah, it's hurting their business.
I just threw an extra PowerPoint in the absolution in order to open up down here on another aura that I can start building up. Now the point is to get to 70 so I can start putting upgrading my mains to my main power. There was a ban a couple nights ago on NeverWinter. There's a lot of people that got banned. I don't know exactly who, but I know they were banned for bots and using glitches in some dungeon.
Well,
yeah, you get if there's a glitch, even though it's not, you might not even realize it's a glitch. Then you're thinking it's just something that's helping you beat the dungeon, man. You know, and they're getting banned for
it. Getting banned for their mistake.
Yeah. That don't make sense. That's kind of a little worrisome. You get in there and you find, hey, if I stand over here in this corner, or something, you know, this might be something as simple as that. I don't know. I'm not real sure. All I know is they was using some kind of glitch in a dungeon and boss.
People have shot me through trees, walls, the earth. After I watched the death cam, they're doing exactly that.
Wow.
I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay. Man, this patch is taking ever so long.
Alright, I'm going to do a couple randoms here. You already got all your randoms done on your tunes?
I wish.
I heard that.
I got to thinking about Evan right there and looked over and he was in here. Yeah.
You got work tonight?
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
sounds like you got over the flu or the chest cold.
I feel a whole lot better. I have a seldom cough. Don't cough like I did.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, always make sure you got your Bond of Virtue on. See, it's flashing now, so it's on. And let's get started. Now, on these little dungeons here, people just run through. So it's not really going to show anything unless they're all low levels. What was you going to say there?
Never mind. You're still streaming. I was going.
Yeah, I'm streaming. Reason I don't like this hill build is there is no DPS on it hardly at all. It's just all heals, man. But now you talk about a healer. Right here's a healer. It will keep the everybody in the fight.
I just found 8 times scope just sitting there on the table. When does that happen?
I don't know.
I thought it was a 15 times. I looked over, it's an 8. Now I have an 8 times, a 4 times, a cheek pad for my sniper, a suppressor for my sniper, and a red dot sight, and a decked out M4.
Wow. How many players left?
Not counting me, 40.
Got 2 more minutes left.
Mine did not take that long at all.
When I tune up for skirmish, I'll probably get IG. That's where you'll see the true skills and capabilities of this low-level pillar.
Okay, you're loading in, aren't you?
Yep, get close. Go ahead and play that without there. You got too much good stuff or to leave it.
Think I'm gonna get a Winnie? I thought the rarest thing in the game, second rarest thing in the game.
Oh man.
But second rarest. Suppress that. and actually fix on my gun, which never happened. I find them a lot, but they never fit. Which I'm super mad about, because I really like suppressors.
You are truly revolting.
I ain't gonna be able to play with you.
Wow.
They stopped the family sharing on this game. It's that bull crap.
Yeah, some of those games they can't play with families very.
Well, this one you could. They just stopped it. I'll have to ask Sean, make sure he didn't do anything. I don't think he did.
Well, he's got other games on there that are you can see them. I'm sure he ain't.
Let me look at the library. It would have been awful if you got out of that game you're in and I couldn't play with you. I'm going back in it and see if it's going to work. I hope it ain't going to work, Evan. Damn it.
Might have to download it yourself.
Well,
I'm going to have to buy it.
don't forget that there is that one game that is very similar to PUBG, and it's totally free, man. I mean, it's almost exact same thing. I forgot what it was called. Riding a bus instead of an airplane. Got gliders instead of parachutes. Fortnite. Yep, that's it. Fortnite. You're right, Evan. And it's totally free, man. Same thing. Have you played any of it?
Yeah.
About the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't have it on computer. I have it on PlayStation. I'll get it on computer.
Well, if you both download that, you'll be able to play it. It puts 100 people at a time against each other. Oh, gosh. They must have upgraded Discord or something. Streaming. Because it's not lagging me out none.
Good deal. Who, me? No.
Just got out of this game. Maybe it's just doing that for you. Not me. I'm on the only one right here.
No, it won't let me get in that game, man.
Oh.
Who's are you trying to share on
Sean's account.
whose account is Evan playing on?
His account.
They have two different Steam accounts?
Mm-hmm.
So he bought the game for his account and bought the game for Sean's account?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Have you got family share with Sean's account?
Yes.
Well, let Sean get on his dad's account and see if it's working on Sean's account.
Oh, it specifically said it's not shareable.
Okay.
It's only $30 if you want to buy it.
Yeah, I don't have it right now, Amy. I am downloading this Fortitude, or Fortnite, I mean.
Well,
It's hard.
the only thing I have not really played it that much at all. I couldn't find weapons. I mean, I'd land and I'd look around within seconds I was dead because I didn't have no weapon. Seems like everybody else, either they know exactly where to land on a weapon or something. I don't know. It seems like everybody else has got weapons as soon as they land.
Well, you're probably landing with the wrong people because there's something in the store that you can buy when you land with weapons.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But as you can see, if this hill in the night can stand in fire or whatever, he stays up. And is able to keep everybody else pretty much up.
And most of the time they want to go for gold whenever you're him like that.
On Lucian's cabinet, they do, yeah. Alright, let's build another PowerPoint again. Do our feet. Or our gifts. Power. Well, we already got that. Yeah, we opened up this one, so we'll start working. Like having the different buffs and debuff orders up. This one here gives 40% hit points. When they're below 40% hit points, it causes you to generate 100% more threat, which you're not. This is not by any means a tank build. But anyway, we'll still work on that one just to reach our 70. Okay, we're queued up for the skirmish. Yeah, it looks like our guild master is cleaning house.
Yeah, he's been recruiting today.
Yeah, he's kicking out people that's not been on for 3 weeks. Usually doesn't take this long. There we go. And we got IG for random. Share some power with everybody.
Welcome to my humble arena. Just a sewer. I swear.
Now on this build, you want to, you're not a fighter on this build, you are a healer. You want to stand back and just spam your cure all wounds. And pretty much everybody's staying in the same spot, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to lay our fountain down right about the center. There we go. And we're going to put a vial of immunity on the big guy. Get our burning light. There we go. In order to put out more heals on this guy if you want to, if things are getting bad, you just hit your tab key to put out a divine call. You're putting out more heals. Now, the more you use that divine call, it stacks. So the stronger your heals will be. And you can stack it up to 3 times. And you will pull aggro with this guy. But as you can see, my fountain just went down, but I am back full with AP already. I stack quick, and my fountain's back down. And we still haven't even got all of our feats done yet. Constantly be putting that vow of enmity every time your encounters are off cooldown, use them. Because each time you use an encounter, the more AP you're building up. My fountain just went down, and now my fountain's back up. Dang, that quick. As you can see everybody staying topped off on hill in the first phase. And don't forget your sanctuary. Your sanctuary will also heal everybody that's within that big circle that you're putting out. As you're healing yourself with the feats that I took on this build. Go. See those green numbers coming up when I put my sanctuary down? People were getting heals from. Burning light. There we go. Burning light again. My fountain's down, and there's my AP. Okay, everybody is in this area, so I'm gonna put my fountain here.
I can't wait to see your faces when you see this next challenge.
Now, if this is a swarm, check this out. Everybody will stay healthy. Nope, it's not a swarm. It's a boss fight, which is alright. Everybody will stay healed through this, no problem. Now see, I should have used my sanctuary there. Well, it didn't come across mine for me to do it. But if you play this build constantly, everything will come second nature to you. Go ahead and put the font down. Mainly that's all you gotta do with this healing build here. Just keep using those encounters. And keep spamming cure all once. You know, use a sanctuary at the right times. Keep your healing font down if it's a fight that there's not a lot of running on. You're good to go. This build here is not my build. It's a build that, like I said, I've been playing around with Illidan's for a little bit. It's a build I was trying out. Somebody else created it. It's an excellent pure heal build. Like I said, I want a build that can do everything. Well, if the build I'm working on for myself, I don't know how it's going to turn out, but it will be, you will be DPS, you will be healer, you will be devoted cleric, you'll be doing debuffs, you'll be doing buffs, you will be tanky. It should be a pretty good hybrid build. In theory. We'll see eventually. But those campaigns have to be opened, and you do have to have those boons in order for the build I've got in mind to work. I will probably be putting that build on Trojan Man to try out. I don't know. if I will for sure or not, because I was wanting to put a DPS build on him. But he's closer to having the boons open than any of these other guys. Of course, I can always buy another loadout for him later on if I decide to do a DPS build.
Remember, it's all an illusion.
So most likely I will use him for the build I'm wanting.
Now, will you stay to earn fame and fortune, or play it safe?
Alright, usually you'll have one or two people that'll go up there and the other will stand back and wait and see what the hell they're. So you see they're kind of iffy on it. I'll go ahead and vote to stay.
Are you impressed?